or dated myself. That's fine. And yeah, it just changed my entire world.
Yes.
But I remember going to shows and like Cornerstone, which was the biggest Christian like punk metal music festival. It was the greatest thing ever. I got to go to 2 of them in my high school years, and I'd go to shows, show up and like wearing my homemade like their band's patch on the back of my shirt or something, and like one of the guys, I remember one guy was like, "Did we make that?" I was like, "No, I made it," and they're like, "Can we take a picture of it and make it?"
Yeah,
and I was
dude.
like, "Yeah, go for it."
For sure,
like,
bro.
And then I had like some other bands who would be like, "Can you design a shirt for us?"
Yeah, dude.
So like getting to do these kind of things started early on for me. Didn't understand what it was. Didn't understand it. Just did it because it's fun.
That's the support of the culture.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it just feeds itself.
13-year-old artist kid just kind of doing my thing and wishing I was in a punk band, but
Yeah. That's so cool because like I think that exists sometimes, but like I think it doesn't either. Because I think maybe that's part of the time.
I think that's kind of coming back though, because kids are like, they have access to everything, so they get to see everything, but they're also saying, well, I don't want to go to Hot Topic and buy the band patch. I'm gonna make it myself.
Yeah, analog life is coming back.
Analog
hard.
life is coming back so hard. Like kids are putting away the smartphone.
Yeah.
Kids are like, CDs are coming back. VHS are coming back. Like more so than like what was it? 10 years ago we started seeing a little bit of a revival.
So let's pull this thread a little bit more.
Yes.
Historically,
and
I love how this started out this way.
Yeah.
Historically, when I was looking up different examples of historical patronage,
right,
aside from ancient Rome,
right,
because there was like a lot of arts culture in ancient
lot of arts
Rome.
culture. Yes.
You had the Greeks,
Yes,
but I mean, like you go way back, but like in the West,
right,
one of the first major supporters of individual artists and other things was the Catholic Church.
Yep.
The Catholic Church, big money pockets, big money.
Big.
I mean, Sistine Chapel, still forever probably.
When you started talking about patronage, that's actually the first thing that came into my mind. Was the church was the first ones who said, "Oh, you guys, you artists, can you come and make our space beautiful?"
And that's, I've had discussions. I had a discussion with Dean Curry about this. I had a discussion with Luke about this because a year ago I was really onto this idea.
Yeah, I remember.
Because Catholicism, that's one thing they do so differently than the Protestant side of the faith.
Right.
Is they have such I don't know if reverence is the right word, but they esteem beauty so highly.
Yeah.
And they like venerate beauty. Because beauty is just just another expression of like God's glory, right? So they venerate it on another level than we do in maybe our side of the faith or this, the Protestant side of the faith, the Holy Spirit, very spirit-driven, less material, more spirit. You know what I'm saying? But that's also an American thing because it's
also much more,
so I mean, but like one of the first major supporters was the Catholic Church, and the church supported that and poured resource into that. Now, the downside of that, because there's always a downside, is that it is very narrow. There's limitations and constraints. Right? Because it's a faith body. So that's a theme that's going to follow this entire patronage thread is artist, creator, whatever, but patron as in investor. All investors, just like all people, just like all artists, we have intent. So what's the intent behind it? The church wants to glorify God. But there's certain limitations and moral things we can't cross over, right? So like, there's limitation on creativity to a certain degree. But that was one of the first, and so like
no statue of David inside the cathedral.
So you're talking. I like how you did that. But you were talking about the church being one of your early supporters. But your dad is a very deep man of faith. So obviously, like that was from day one. But like you immediately, received support and patronage in its own way through education, your father, through opportunity in the church body, and then outside of that in the punk rock world of like, hey, culture supports itself internally, like
big time.
And there's other historical examples of that very thing too down the road. So there's like the Catholic Church, which is institutional patronage.
Right.
And then probably the most famous one, and I mention this a lot, is like the Renaissance.
Yes.
So the Medici family, Cosimo de' Medici, they would be considered a legacy family.
Okay.
But they were in business. They were the financiers. They were bankers, right? So like they were a legacy family, but they were bankers, right? So they were investors in that. And so that is like institutional Catholic Church, legacy family. And then you break off into individuals. That would be another category of patron.
Right.
And those are probably more people we know in the modern world, like big art names, Peggy Guggenheim. There's others.
Right.
But the Bauhaus in 1920,
Yeah.
in Germany, that was a hub of creativity.
It
was a college, it was education, but like it was very much like what you're talking about with punk rock. It's an internal.
It's still there.
It's like a beehive or an anthill of creativity, right? Like that's where like it's like an incubator,
right?
And like
others
are supporting others, and it's elevating as it elevates itself,
right? Exactly.
And then there's just platform for that opportunity to grow. And so like there's these different categories of patron or patronage, and how it supports the art, the creativity, culture. Obviously, so much of culture is shaped by art, music, art.
I mean, culture. Well, I mean, you almost could say culture is art.
It's synonymous.
Like they can't have one without the other.
Because it's people.
Really can't. Because it's people.
At the end of the day, it's people.
And people, really, regardless of their, a lot of people think like, oh, I'm not an artist, and it's like, well, or I'm not creative. I guess maybe the better term to use here. It's like, well, no, you are creative. You're not using maybe in the traditional art sense, but the way you look at things is going to be different than somebody else.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's in a creative way.
Yeah. I mean,
God's a creative God. He made us. We're put on this earth in His image. Turns out that means we are all creative.
We are all creative.
Yeah.
We go both ends of the spectrum.
Some can be really creative in their math, or some people can be really creative in the way they think. Well, if it comes to something like psychology,
sure.
We're gifted in the form of art.
Yes.
Well, I think of myself as a bit of an all-over creative, really, but I dabble mostly within the arts.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the visuals.
Yes.
No, it's funny you said math because it is like equally my favorite and most miserable experience is talking to people that are so left brain, like accountants.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Bookkeepers.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, like I'm just like my brain is like dying listening to you, but within their lane, they can be extraordinarily creative.
Very creative.
Very creative. And it's like kind of confusing because it's like you're the least creative person I know in comparison to me, but somehow you're still creative.
Yeah, exactly.
In your lane.
And that's the thing I've been really trying to even like almost like preach to people. Like people are always like, "You're so creative. I wish I was creative like you." And I'm like, "You are. You just have your own way of being creative."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful, dude. And people are just so different, and
everybody's different. That's one of the wild ones I've just been thinking about recently.
I think maybe like I'm gonna have to dive back into the notes because I had another thing here. The modern thing.
Yeah.
Like we dove into the modern thing. The last subject, and this is you touched on this very briefly, but last subject of patronage is the modern patronage.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon.
Right.
Substack.
Yeah.
It's the creator.
Right.
And that's good.
Yeah.
this rugged individualism, like the very individual nature.
Right.
So they can excel, like their vertical's crazy.
Right.
For individual
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
If they can garner that in whatever marketing, business sense, whatever, they can vertical.
Right.
But the limitation to that is it's narrowing.
Right.
And I think that's the blessing of the thing that we started talking about.
Yeah.